Hello everyone, and welcome to the PICHULER news. We start with the sad news that was just released about one of the largest video game events in the world. We are talking about E3. It has just been reported that due to the virus pandemic, you know which one? It was cancelled, and in its place, the same days that E3 will be, the place will be used to lay stretchers. This will be done to keep people infected by the virus since hospitals are becoming too saturated and there is almost no space. So they are using various places in the United States to keep people sick. Changing the subject, the famous actor Jack Black became a small influence on TikTok, since he uploaded a video of him dancing in a somewhat strange way. But people laughed because he is one of the greatest actors in cinema, that most of the public likes for what was well received by the audience. It seems that celebrities also don't know what to do in this quarantine. Photos of goats have also been released on the streets in North Wales in the UK, and it is being quarantined as there are hardly any people or cars on the streets. And this is said to be a rare occurrence, since it was not normal to see so many goats in Wales, and suddenly more are showing up without any explanation. Another thing that is happening because of quarantine is the forbidden sale of physical comics. Clearly this will be temporary, but some people have started to buy digital comics, which many say will affect digital comics sales as it. You can relate this to the digital sales of video games. There are people who no longer buy physical video games, so the sales of these businesses have decreased as the years go by. Will the same thing happen to comics?
In other news, it has just been reported that the last 5 episodes of the season 4 of Rick and Morty will be released. It was released by social network, and it is said that the premiere date of the chapters will be on April 5 or on May 5. It is not known exactly, but you can see the first 5 minutes of an episode on YouTube. That video reached 9 million views in one day. So it seems that millions of people are looking forward to these episodes. Returning to the topic of the pandemic, China made a donation to Mexico of 50,000 tests, 100,000 masks or covers mouths for some, and 5 respirators, which is a great donation, and many thanks this act to China, but others simply see it as an act that China should carry out since it was their fault that this new virus occurred. But even if this was their fault, it was not China's obligation to carry out this great act. On the other hand, since the virus originated in China due to the poor state of its markets, China will invest heavily in place of commerce to clean and disinfect these areas. Since in China there are areas where poor people don't know have sufficient hygiene, and this is what caused the creation of virus and dangerous diseases for people. Changing the subject, it's Mario Bros 30th anniversary. It's approaching, so I'm so excited of this new. So it is said that Nintendo will relaunch all Mario Bros games on its current Nintendo Switch console. It is not known if they will improve the quality of the games or launch them at selling as they are. But nevertheless, it is a great way to celebrate the anniversary of one of their greatest characters of Nintendo. Of course, is the best game of this franchise.
Changing the subject, one of the brands most affected by this pandemic is
Disney.
Because of the quarantine, no one should leave, so they do not go to the theme parks of this one. Also, their attraction on cruise ship have to be closed due to this situation, so that the salaries of the most important people in this company have had to be cut to 50 and 35 and 25% of their salary in order to pay their employees. Another brand that almost has a hard time on this date is iPhone. Since on these dates a new iPhone 9 will be launched. They listen well to an iPhone 9, which was already manufactured, so it's assumed that its launch of this cell phone will not be seen affected by the pandemic, and it is said that will be a cheap cell phone compared to new devices that are one more than much money. So crazy, don't you think? On the other hand, YouTube called Pippin FTS want to recreate the Earth in the famous Minecraft game 1:1 scale, that is an exact replica of the Earth, which is why it made this announcement public, asking for help from people to help it. To this project, in his videos, he disclosed the requirements that are required to help in this project, and surprisingly, today there are more than 7,000 people willing to help him. So if you have nothing to do during the quarantine, maybe this will serve you something. And last but not least, the famous video game page Steam is having problems with these servers, because lately people not living home have started downloading games from this page. This is causing it to become started and buggy, which is not good since this can affect the internet networks of the world. So it is recommended not to download games unnecessarily every so often, since this can affect you all. Well, so far today news. We hope you like it, and do not forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends. This was PICHULER News. See you the next time. Bye.